tired of the other women. I'm tired of him using me. For 2 months, I didn't even hear from you. Where were you?
I'm overwhelmed, man. I love you.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. He fooled you about 50 times.
We are a financial disaster because of him.
Divorce doesn't exist where I'm from.
Neither one of you is wrong for having your opinions, but it just makes you wrong for each other. There's been a huge breach of trust, according to you.
She was on the fast with the pastor. She sent her pictures with a smoothie of straw in her mouth and a sausage McMuffin. Can I eat this, pastor? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, hold on, why you gotta send pictures with it?
Here is today's case.
After 6 years on the road, this woman says she's ready to settle down and start a family. He says not so fast. He'll settle down when he stops cheating. Has this couple reached the end of their relationship? Or can their trust issues be resolved? That's today's case on Divorce Court.
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Faith Jenkins presiding. Your Honor, our virtual audience is filled with your super fans. Today's super fan of the day is Alessandra from Bogota, New Jersey.
Welcome to Divorce Court, Alessandra. We're so happy to have you with us. Enjoy.
Your Honor, this is the case of Garner versus Coleman.
Thank you, Juan. Ms. Jasmine Gardner.
Yes, Your Honor.
You have brought your fiancé, Mr. Travis Coleman,
Yes, Your Honor.
to divorce court today. I understand the two of you are engaged. You're trying to make a decision on if you should move forward in marriage and try to resolve some of the issues in your relationship in divorce court today.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I'll start with you, Ms. Gardner. Why don't you give me some background?
Okay, 6 years ago, me and Travis, we met each other on online dating app, and it was love at first sight. We madly in love. We decided to find home. So the last 6 years we've been traveling, and I'm tired of it. So I just want to see if he's ready to make the big step of marriage.
When you say traveling, what do you mean by that?
We've relocated a lot. We've lived in 6 states in the last 6 years. Places ranging from Washington State, Nevada, Colorado, Maryland, which is our home base. And we've just been doing a lot of traveling and finding home.
Okay, and what do you have to say, Mr. Coleman?
I love to travel. Like, I mean, I don't want to stay in one area. I want to go see what the world got to offer. I can't just stay in the DMV area and just be okay with that. And I'm trying to find a better place for my kids, and I can't do that sitting in the house.
So that means every year you move. So are you going to try out all 50 states before you decide where you're going to settle?
Probably like 30, but but for real though, no. I mean, I like Washington. I like where we at now. It's just, I had to get there. I mean, I didn't know about Washington until we got to this point, so.
Okay. So you're starting to settle down a little bit more.
Yeah.
But it's been 6 different states in the last 6 years. So for you, when you say you like to travel, visiting isn't enough. You have to move to the new location.
Yeah, 'cause I gotta feel the work area. I gotta feel the real environment. When you go on vacation, you really don't feel the area until you actually live there.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's my reasoning.
So you've had an issue with this because you
Yes.
said it's been a lot. 6 different states in 6 years is a lot.
Yes.
So what's going on, Ms. Gardner? Why don't you give me an example of how this has put a strain on your relationship?
I mean, traveling is caused so many issues as far as like, I've had great career opportunities that he just ready to pack up and move and leave. And for example, when we were living in Ely, Nevada, I was making great money as a customer service representative, and he decided that he was ready to move back to our home state of Maryland. And it just really caused a strain. I had to quit a job that I loved. I absolutely loved it. And it was just like he was ready to go. Of course, him being my man, I wanted to compromise with him. It's been 6 places, over 6 places in the last 6 years. Every time we do get settled a little bit, we have a hiccup. I feel like it's just way too much travel. It's not settling down.
I wouldn't even call it traveling at this point. You're moving. Every year.
Just looking for the best home for my family. That's what I call it. That's what I'm doing. I'm not trying to stay in one area. I'm trying to make sure that the area I choose is somewhere that I can know that I'm gonna retire. I know that my kids can go to college. The kids got a good education. Ain't no crime for real. Like, where we come from ain't nothing but crime.
But you moved 6 different states. Does Ms. Gardner get a vote on where you live?
Of course.
Okay.
Of course, she put her input.
What is your vote today?
I would like to stay in Washington, but I need to be sure that we're not moving.
You said you want to have a family. How has it affected your relationship financially?
It's been times that he wasn't working. I was the only breadwinner in the household, paying close to $1,000 rent and utilities, not to mention our phone bill, and just to eat and sustain our lives.
So when you move to another state, Mr. Coleman, you don't have a job already lined up before you move?
Nah, see, when I go to a different state, it's just, I do side jobs. And then normally my profession, I'm a CNA. So
Okay.
This just give me like 2 weeks and I already get a job.
With
So-
certified nursing assistant?
Yes, ma'am. So it gives me about a good 2 weeks until I can get a good job. So when I get there, I do a little side work, and then once I get my regular job, then I'm good.
So it only takes 2 weeks?
Yeah,
So what is
No,
Ms.
it's taking
Garner?
longer than that before.
It has,
and I
but-
shouldn't have to take care of my man.
I mean, that's true.
Mr.
But
Coleman?
ain't that what a relationship is, though? I take care of you. When you down, you take care of me when I'm down.
But Mr. Coleman, this is not about you being down. This is about the two of you picking up, moving every year to another location, leaving your job and your stable environment because you say you're looking for a better place. I don't know that I quite understand it.
Like, okay, let's say we took a move, and the area that we moved in, it was cheap, but it was a whole lot of crime. Everything started happening to us. So it was like, it's time for us to go. Then we find somewhere else. And then it's a small town, but then everybody know each other, so then we get singled out. So it's like, it's time for us to just go.
So in Vegas, when she loved the customer service job, was there too much crime there?
Nah, it was more so the people that we was around. It was like we was how do I put it? We was the only black people in that whole town.
Okay.
So, and then I'm a 6-foot black man with dreads. Everybody's scared of me for some reason.
And you don't, so you need to do some research then before you decide where you want to move. If diversity in your community is important to you,
True.
You can see the stats before you go to the town.
Yeah,
There's just a lot of things, because you say that you want to find a place to settle.
Right.
It just appears you're just haphazardly moving around the country and being a nomad.
Like with the whole Nevada thing, like I couldn't get my ID. And we could have lived there. If I was able to get my ID. It was my birth certificate. It was like my original one was kind of ripped in the wrong places. So when I went to go order one, then they wanted me to have a whole nother document that I couldn't get until I went back to Maryland. So it was like a whole little deal. And granted, she did hold me down, but we both didn't like the area. She just loved that one job. But if you ask her about the area, I guarantee you she's gonna tell you, no, she ain't like the area.
So you walk in your house where the two of you are living?
I went upstairs, took a shower, came downstairs. She's on the couch with a whole never do her ex-boyfriend.
Doing what?
You know that look when you walk in, you
He just
see.
happened to be in the neighborhood.
What look do you say you saw when you walked in?
That's that, oh, snap, we just did something. Yeah.
Yeah. You said there's something else that's been going on in the relationship, sir.
Yeah, her cheating on me. Her cheating on me or being cheated on. Like, it was not cool. Like, I was working hard. That was the time when she was barely working and I was working hard. And then I came home from work after getting off early, go in the house, take a shower. I come downstairs in the basement. She on the couch with her ex-boyfriend.
Really?
She gave me attention.
What city was that in?
It was in Maryland.
That was back at home?
Yeah, back at home. And
So you walk in your house where the two of you are living?
we was at a relative's. We was helping a relative at the time.
Okay.
So I went upstairs, took a shower, came downstairs. She's on the couch with a whole never do her ex-boyfriend.
Doing what?
Nothing, but you know that look when you walk in, you
He just
see
happened to be in the neighborhood.
that. Thank you.
Ms. Gardner.
Come on, for real,
He just
G.
happened to be in the neighborhood.
Nah,
We had been
don't even
texting, and he was willing to give me the attention that I needed from Travis.
So he just happened to be in the neighborhood willing to give you attention?
Yes.
So you'd rather have attention than somebody that's gonna put money in your pocket.
What look do you
You
say?
was working too much. It didn't seem realistic.
You see what I'm saying?
He was
I go
working
from
too
not
much.
working.
5
I go from
minutes
not
ago, he
working
hasn't
to.
been working
That's what I'm
enough.
saying. Like,
Mr. Coleman, what look do you say you saw when you walked in?
you know that look. That's that. Oh snap! We just did something. Yeah.
We hadn't done anything.
So you got caught, Ms. Gardner.
I didn't get caught until after he left. Once he showed that he was not interested in seeing who my company was, he just saw
didn't
another
have
guy
to.
there, and he instantly got insecure.
But you
walked
kept
out.
lying.
There
You
was
ain't
no
tell the truth till
conversation
a month
about
later.
it,
Hold on, Mr. Coleman.
and it wasn't even a lie until
I asked you and you ain't tell the truth.
until you
Right.
left.
So-
he left immediately after. He didn't know. I mean, he's met my friends before.
Okay.
So he didn't even give it an opportunity to see who this guy was before he automatically just
But you
assumed that I
confessed
was
a month
cheating.
later
But he
to sleeping
assumed-
with him. No.
Mr.
And so yeah,
Mr.
I did cheat on
Coleman.
him after he left.
My
Stop.
fault. I'm sorry. My bad, Your Honor.
Ms. Gardner, you said he just assumed that there was something nefarious going on, but he assumed correctly.
Nothing bad happened until after he left.
Oh, okay, so it's the time frame he had off.
Yeah.
So he got mad prematurely, is what you're saying?
Yes.
He should have gotten mad an hour later.
It wouldn't have ended up
Because
like that.
he actually walked in before something physical happened.
Okay, I understand. Yeah, and I did. I was honest with him because
So you
yes, I
mean
did cheat. I did end up cheating ultimately. Afterwards, even though it wasn't the time that he was mad about it, I did cheat after he left.
Okay, so what happened after that? You get upset, you leave, rightfully so.
Yeah.
And what happened?
I wanted to go to my homie house, and I chilled there for a couple of days, you know. Then I called her, talked to her.
He broke up with me.
Yeah, we broke up. I mean, what am I supposed to do? Stay with you? You cheated on
And
me.
he ignored me.
Of course.
Every time I would text him.
Of course. I ain't gonna give you the attention now because you get attention that you wanted from dude.
So what happened?
so-
how did the two of you end up communicating again?
Because, I mean, I just hit her one day and was like, yo, you gonna tell me the truth? Like, did you do something? And then at first she just kept lying. She kept lying about it, kept lying about it. Then like a month later, she hit me up and was like, all right, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and tell the truth. Yeah, we did do something, da-da-da-da. I'm like, oh, that's all I wanted. Just tell me the truth.
And you knew what the da-da-da meant?
I already knew what it was. I knew what it was from as soon as I walked in the door. I knew what it was when I saw their face. I knew what happened.
He gets DMs popping up on his phone. So of course, out of curiosity, I'm gonna look. And it's coming from women.
You submitted evidence you want me to see?
Yes. She says, I actually forgot just how big he really was.
He's saying in person, the visual is even better.
Totally disbelief, total disbelief.
If you'd like your case to be heard on divorce court, call us toll-free, 1-877-311-2222, or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Miss the show? Watch full episodes on our streaming platforms and follow us on social media for exclusive content. So here you are in your, what was this? Move number 4 or 5 for the two of you?
4.
So you're on move number 4. You say you're not getting the attention that you need, but anyhow, the visual of you walking in, seeing her with somebody else, what made the two of you reconcile because you're now engaged?
Because I knew that at that time it was like I didn't show her the attention that she wanted, and I can understand that because I ended up doing the same thing. I ended up cheating on her too.
He doesn't even want to touch me at night.
I ain't gonna say cheated. I'm gonna say I had my moment, but that was just.
So you felt partially responsible
Yeah.
for what happened between the two of you.
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting. How much later after that do you say you then stepped out of the relationship?
2.5 months after.
2.5 months after you saw her with her ex? Okay, so what happened? What were the circumstances of that, Ms. Garner?
Prior to him cheating on me, I was trying to tell him that, like, you don't want me, you're not attracted to me. He just did, I think that he just did his cheating out of revenge.
What happened? How'd you find out?
We were driving from Washington State back to Maryland.
We was broken up. I didn't cheat on you, baby.
Hold on, Mr. Coleman.
We were together.
Okay.
Mr.
We
Coleman.
were riding in the car together.
So you were on
And I was giving him directions from his phone, and he gets DMs popping up on his phone. So of course, out of curiosity, I'm gonna look. I wanna know what you're doing, and it's coming from women. So it was just like, totally disbelief, total disbelief. I have evidence. I have texts, pictures, nude pictures, and him and her just talking, very sexting on the phone.
We were broken up, though.
No, we were not. We were together. We were together. We didn't break up until we got back to Maryland.
So this was move number 5, and this is going on during move number 5, and you submitted evidence you want me to see?
Yes.
Okay.
So she says, I actually forgot just how big he really was. And then he says, well, that's just the video. So he was video messaging her pictures of himself.
We weren't together when that happened, though.
Okay, I think I understand. He's saying in person, the visual is even better.
Yep.
And then, so they're having a conversation about that. But you're saying when these text messages were sent, although you were together when she found them, they were sent during the time period where the two of you had broken up.
No.
It was like,
Okay.
it was like.
So you disagree about that. Okay, so after all of this happens, you decide to get down on one knee
Yeah,
and propose?
because I regretted cheating. Like, even well, I regretted having my moment. I ain't gonna say cheating, because that's like making it seem like she right. But I regretted having my moment. I mean, granted, it was like 15, 20 minutes of fun, but after that, it was just like, all I could think about was her. So it was like, you know, I love her.
He ruined the trust between us.
He ruined it?
Yes, because I admitted when I did wrong. And that was very
A
early in the
month later.
relationship.
A month later.
That was still very early in the relationship. And you
Mr.
were still
Coleman.
texting and flirting also at the same time. So don't make it seem like I'm the only one.
You're both 32 years old, you're young, but you're not that young where you can just continue to be a nomad because you have so many responsibilities. You've already talked about your children, and you're trying to build a more solid foundation for them. You're not going to do that. If you want to see the world, go on vacation. That's what most people do, Mr. Coleman. Lastly, you said that, and this is where we come to resolve the issue of communication. Who wants to talk about that?
I definitely do. I feel like, yeah, he says he loves me and, you know, he proposed to me and he wants to get married, but you don't even want to touch me at night. Then you wonder why I'll cheat or why I'll show let another man show me attention. He's always acting guilty. It's just like he's hiding something. He doesn't want me to touch his phone. He doesn't, like, sometimes he changes his codes on it.
Because the last time you touched my phone, look at what happened. You went to some old messages and brought that up like it's something that happened recently.
And there are things that have happened that I've seen during that time when I saw the messages.
Mr. Coleman, what do you have to say about that, sir?
I'm a light sleeper, and I work a lot of hours. So she want the affection that she can get. Okay, that's cool. Come meet me on my lunch break. Or let's do it after work, like as soon as we get off work. But at night, like I need my sleep. Like I need to sleep and be okay in the morning. But she won't let me do that. I could be asleep. She'll come in and touch me while I'm asleep. I'll wake up. I will wake up and then now I'm up for the rest of the night. Now I'm mad for the whole day because I can't sleep.
So before 9 p.m.
Yeah.
You're saying
you can do whatever you want to me. Before 9 o'clock, you can have your way
but
with me.
But it shouldn't have to always work on his time schedule.
That's true.
Ms. Garner, I understand that, but if Mr. Coleman is working early morning hours, ma'am, be understanding about that and just compromise on the schedule.
You're right.
You both have days that you're off.
Right.
Yeah.
Here's what I want the two of you to understand. Everybody has a different love language, a way that they want to be loved and how they want to be appreciated and how they want to be shown love in a relationship. And our job when we're in a relationship is not about how we want to be loved. We think that everyone wants to be loved in the same way how we do. Your job is to find out how your partner, how your fiance wants to be loved. How do they want intimacy? How do they want to be shown respect? The trust is broken because of actions from both of you. It's not just him. So own up to your part in the demise and the foundation and the trust of the relationship as well. Even though you say you have a reason, and your reason is you weren't getting the attention, you still made a decision. And so for every decision you make in the relationship, there are consequences for those decisions. One of those consequences is, he said, in turn, when the two of you were on a break, he did what he did and immediately regretted it.
Yeah.
So I always say, if you're gonna go down the road of revenge, you may as well dig 2 graves. And when you start working on that, you'll see everything else in your relationship improve. Good luck to both of you.
It's parts that I have to take responsibility with our communication to kind of be a little bit more accepting that we do have confronting schedules at times and everything isn't on my time.
I'm gonna try to be more spontaneous, you know. I'm gonna try to spice things up. I just need that 9 o'clock bedtime. That's all I ask.
I understand. Maybe we'll just all day, our day off.
Yeah. If I get that itch to do something, I'm gonna just take a vacation. I ain't about to move. I'm gonna just, you know, we're gonna take a staycation, go to a hotel or something.
We just gotta make it work better. We have to really sit still and just stop traveling so much.
Yeah.